Greetings and welcome to POTD, the show where we go over this week's Miiverse Pictures of the Week. I'm Preacher Dude Rocks, and today I have with me
Nico Mar.
And I'm Souponomics.
Yeah. So,
your
let's
favorite.
No, you're not my favorite anymore.
Not yours, theirs.
Oh, theirs? Oh.
Yeah.
He's the people's voice of the Smashcast.
Yes.
I understand now. Well, right. So, Monday, we get a interesting little... well, actually, before we go into Monday, can I just say, as a general opinion, this week was...
Sucked?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty decent. I think there was nothing that was not new. Like at least a confirmation every day.
Well, Tuesday wasn't new, but we'll get to that.
Yeah,
Right.
let's just start talking about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Monday.
The caption reads, "Here's a look at their revival platforms. The color of the bottom mechanism changes from yellow to red to warn you how much time you have left before you drop into the fray." So what do you guys think?
Or we could just flash, like before.
Well,
Okay.
there's nothing to say that you won't flash. It's just like an extra thing.
But this doesn't matter.
I think you will flash. Matter of fact, I think that's almost, I don't know, not guaranteed, but I don't see like people dropping down and not blinking.
Well, you started to flash before the platform dropped.
Yeah. No, I mean because I think whenever this pick came out, I was talking to somebody else in the cast about how this could affect like invincibility after you spawn. Like, do you think they might take a lot of that out?
Yeah, that was me. I was saying the longer you stay on the platform, the less invincibility you have when you come down.
No, that's already in the game though.
Oh,
I'm
well.
talking about like
I didn't know.
something to affect that. Like maybe they have less invincibility overall,
Or no invincibility afterwards.
or no.
Yes.
Like just even while you're drop, you just don't have any invincibility frames.
Yeah. Well, okay. Hopefully that's not the case. I don't think that's what Sakurai's doing. I think he says he's not, but I just don't see that happening. I think this is just a cool little thing, a cool little detail. You probably will still flash. Not that anybody's really rioting in the streets for flashing characters on their revival platforms.
Oh, please put it in.
Yeah.
Sakurai, please.
This isn't like, well, anyway, but yeah, I think it's neat. It's just another indicator. Sakurai seems to really like the visual indicators in this this entry, and we'll see more of that later. But yeah, I think that's what it is.
It's just a cool little update. I mean, yellow to red, blah blah blah. I mean, the platforms look cool, so it's an okay thing.
I don't really care, but hey, it's there. I'll take it.
Okay. Anyway,
it's like the peas that you don't really want to eat on the plate. You just gotta do it anyway.
Sakurai, revival platforms equals peas. Super
Okay.
2014. Anyway, Tuesday, the caption reads,
Really?
"Rocket belt from Pilot Wings lets you fly upward by jumping.
Oh,
This is a really useful item for characters that have weaker recoveries. By the way, is that cape fireproof? So what do you guys think?"
Oh, I think Sakurai is just so funny.
unless it actually kills Ike when he uses it, that wouldn't be funny.
What if he was like the only person that could actually die from that?
Any cape character, sorry.
Right, yeah. So if you have any like
They
flammable
just-
material, you just die.
They just start spiraling downwards and
Oh,
So basically like the curry item, except like no help. Like it doesn't attack, you just die.
yes.
yes.
But in general, like we've already seen this before. I think only on the Wii U though, so it's cool to see it on the 3DS as well. But it's nothing really new. I mean, we knew that it would let you fly upwards because it is in fact a jetpack.
Right.
So-
I mean, I think that what's cool though, well, I don't know if it's explicitly cool. It's not that great. But what is nice is that we know it's by jumping. Because usually, well, at least most items, when you pick them up, some items by pressing the A, or the standard attack, you activate them. So like, what if this just like overrides your attack or something, and you just have to like be relegated to like hovering now? Like,
well, no, I think what it is as he says here, that you go upward when you press the jump button.
No,
I know it's that. That's what I'm saying. I like that he's confirming that.
Okay,
as opposed
okay.
to just being like an
I need to pay better attention.
You were just saying he's happy it's not like a gimp thing, like you can't even attack. You probably could use specials, but you can't attack at all with stand using it.
Like imagine hold A to hover. Like,
yeah,
that would be awful.
Then you have to drop it to attack.
Right. So, you know, I'm just glad that it is kind of, I guess, natural, you know? Like, I think it'll feel nice to, like, just hold up your left stick and just hover a little bit. I think it'll be cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing. Little Mac would be broken as hell with that.
Yes, Little Mac in the air.
Ew, you jump with the stick? Gross.
Ew,
get out of my
X and
pod.
Y jumper.
Why?
Okay, why? Anyway.
Can't wave dash with the stick.
So
anyway.
That Wii U GameCube controller though. So moving on, right? Wednesday?
Yes, Wednesday.
Caption reads, characters that have heavy damage rather, slowly start to emit steam. When your opponent starts to get nice and smoky, give them a solid attack. Nice and smoky.
Just like how I like my opponents.
Oh yeah, baby. I like that 160% damage.
Oh, smoke.
So this is a nice effect, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
it doesn't make too much of a difference to me as somebody who always paid attention to percentages anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
I was something to say about that, but Nico, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you know, as David had said before, this is just like once again another visual indicator. That's, I think, more for 4-player battles. Like if people are battling around, you know, you're probably not gonna be paying too much attention to who has what percent, stuff like that. Whereas now you can just look at a player and you can see that they're steaming in red, and they're like, oh, I can kill them right now.
Yeah.
You go do that.
So that's actually what I was gonna bring up. I was listening to someone talk about this new visual indicator, and they were saying that it's a cool effect, right? Because like, you know, it's just another thing letting you know the status of the game at the moment, right? But at the same time, this dude was complaining that he feels that it'll like kind of offset the 4-player matches, because now you just know who's damaged as opposed to like having to check, and he feels like that was like a good like feeling, or like just nice, a nice part of the gameplay, like having to see, all right, who has the most damage, that's the person, now I'm going after them, or, you know, just forgetting about them. So I mean, I don't think it's that much of a big deal. You know, like, I'm not really worried about how 4-player match is going to be affected, but I do think it's interesting that now it's just going to be very obvious who's like the most vulnerable, you know? I think for those competitive matches, you're going to be seeing a lot of smoke, you know, for those people that do hang in there a lot. Okay. Yeah, that's just my thoughts.
Cough, Jigglypuff, cough.
Yes.
I was gonna say that this is probably gonna be a lot more apparent, like for 3DS version, because the percentages are on the bottom screen, which we'll see like in a later pick. But because like that's a good thing, because then you don't have to stare at the bottom screen constantly and keep checking.
I'll say 2 things. One against, which is that on the 3DS as opposed to the Wii U, it is pretty easy to glance down, but at the same time, I guess it is. I'm pretty sure this was like implemented because of the 3DS.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So you're definitely right about that. But is that all we have to say about that?
Yep.
All right. So next up is just another confirmation. Caption reads, you can charge up Ike's Eruption attack by holding the button down.
Oh, like never before.
But remember to release it right before it fully charges to avoid recoil damage. Let go of the button at the moment the sword shines.
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
What's with the cursing, Soup?
Why? This move is awful. Give us Ragnall Sword Beam.
Sword Beam.
It does look. Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Eruption really came off to me in Brawl as kind of like a smash attack. Like it looked like a really good down smash or something, you know?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because it you know, like, you know, in the vein of smash attack, down smash attacks, usually they're very like they take your front and back. You know, they're very like regional. So I was like, to me, it always seemed like Eruption was trying to do the same thing. You know, just like cover yourself with an attack. But hey, it's back, and it is in fact a special. Did it shine at the peak of the attack before?
What do you mean?
Would it shine when you were about to enter recoil damage territory?
Yeah, you would like start flashing, and then like he's basically saying that if you let it go, then you'll still have full power. But if you kept it longer and just let it go off by itself by holding it, then you'd receive recoil damage.
Okay.
So he's just confirming that it's still the case.
So
yeah.
So is this just kind of like a Diddy Kong thing? You know how Diddy Kong like reaches for his hat right before his peanut pop gun before it explodes, so you get max damage.
Yeah.
And you don't get recoil.
It's pretty much about timing, even though it's like hard not to. It's kind of like DDD as well, how he starts to slowly receive recoil. But you know, Ike just lets it go and receives recoil. So
now, this attack does look buffed because, as we can see here, that's Mario's backwards tripping animation. And the backwards trip animation only plays when you get hit by an attack that causes you to trip, such as the banana peels. And as we can see, there's a little white circle around Ike's sword. And that may or may not be an effect, and if it hits the opponent, it causes them to trip, which then allows you to hit them with Eruption.
Dude.
yeah,
What?
that's definitely a really good buff if that's the case.
Yeah.
Wait, so I didn't even notice that. Okay. Well, at least this terrible move is, you know, a little better. It's not that bad, or it wasn't that bad, but it is at least better with this little effect. It is interesting to see tripping at all. I didn't even notice. Like, it's kind of eerie now that I think about it.
Hey David, put up this picture right here. Put it up. Put it up.
Okay.
It's it's a nice picture.
I saw it. Anyway, anything else to say about this? It is slightly interesting.
You know, it's like, even though it's still Eruption, you know, Eruption was a very, very situational attack.
Yes.
It's still nice, like, if that's a buff to it, then that's awesome, like, maybe more damage or something. But, it's also interesting to think about how you can change it with the custom moves that we know about.
Yeah.
Like, could it potentially become something such as a sword beam, or would it stay like Eruption, but you can just be like faster version, slower version, something?
Yeah.
Have it be like Mars and launch him across the screen when he uses it.
Yeah, like maybe it shoots fire really high for another one or something.
Ooh. What if it had like a PK fire effect, where like if you do it, it like keeps him there?
Like, there's a bunch of different things. Like, maybe he puts in the ground and just like there's a wave of fire in front of him that comes out. That'd be interesting.
And this would cause him to lose the tripping part to keep it balanced.
Yay!
Yeah, so I mean, it's a cool thing to think about.
Right. So should we move on to Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so final pick of the week reads, so here's a first look at the bottom screen display for the Nintendo 3DS. Your name will appear in the area above the accumulated damage, and if you tap one of the fighter displays...
What? You can highlight that fighter on your screen. This is useful when you want to get back at a particular opponent that you hate his guts. You can also highlight yourself if you need to get better track of where you are. This is a great benefit of having your own individual screen.
Yay.
What do you guys think?
Cool.
Cool. Well, I mean, this is a good, okay, the first thing that I'd like to say is that I think it's a really nice use of the bomb screen, because, like, having the percentages on there would clutter things up, especially since it's so small, and I'm happy that it's, you know,
yeah,
it's not going to be as cluttered, so, I mean, it's already harder to see.
Well, right, I'm glad the percentages aren't at top. Yeah, I agree.
Yes, but, tapping the opponent too, and it highlights them, that's an interesting thing as well, and you could tell it's more focused for like 4-player, obviously, but
yeah,
right. This is funny. This might come off as like irrelevant, but I want to bring it up anyway. It's about the whole bottom screen. I was thinking about the bottom screen recently before the picture came out, and I came up with a couple of things, and I don't know if you guys had any ideas of like what it could have been like, but I was thinking, like, what if like the top screen would show like a zoomed in view and the bottom one was more zoomed out, or vice versa, so like that way you could have a general outlook of the stage and whatnot. You could even have, like, this is totally stupid, these are just things that came up to me, but like, what if the bottom screen just had like statistics, like, you know, after matches, except it's like live, so you get to see all the jumps and all the, what's like the drought and the freaking self-destructs and just stupid stuff like that on the bottom screen. So I think it's cool that the percentages are in fact down there, and it's, you know, it looks really nice with the character portraits. I just don't think we needed the whole like character tracking thing. Like I wonder how that will actually like affect your game. If it's just gonna have an icon around them, it's kind of like useless, I would say, because you already have the 3-player thing over Samus in the picture. So like, what else do you need, right? So I think the only way I would see this as actually being like extra beneficial is, it would be if, like, for example, if Samus were to, like, let's say, go to the right, it would force like the camera to follow like Samus more than anybody else or something, just because you're targeting Samus, you know? That would be like the only way I would like understand the emphasis they're trying to give. But besides that, like, it's just an icon in my head, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Just, you know, like I said, the 3DS is a smaller screen, and Sakurai just wants to do all he can to make it easy to tell what's going on, especially in a game where you can have really big stages and people can get lost really easily.
I'm just waiting till he implements the high contrast feature, the colorblind feature, and the 8-bit feature, so that everybody's looking.
This is something I just thought of, but there's a little area right above the percentages, but also right below where it says which player it is and what series they're from, where there's just a blank space of color.
Well, that's no, he says that your name will appear in the area above the accumulated damage.
Yeah. Oh, I was hoping that's where stock would be.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Where the hell is the stock?
Yeah,
they'll probably be like right above like the characters' names or something like that.
I'm thinking maybe like, well, if you look at the screen, you know how there's like the bottom like black bar? What if it's like down there?
It could be. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if that's just because of the what kind of picture they took or something.
Maybe. Or what if it just has, you know, the stock symbols like under the percentages or something?
Well, they don't cover up the characters' faces.
Yeah, that'd be kind of ugly, huh?
That's what I was trying to say. Like, it could be like either above or below the character's name, probably.
Also, this deconfirms Ridley because he's too big to fit in the box.
Yep, there you go. Well, that's it, folks. See you next year.
See you next game.
Yeah. Okay. Don't forget to like the.
Say about that, right?
Don't
forget.
Don't hate me for saying that. Please don't hate me for saying that. That was a joke.
Don't shoot him.
But
that was outroing us.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
speaking of outroing, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at SmashCastTweets. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/thesmashcast.
Nico, I think you stole your outro.
No, it's okay.
Thanks, Nietzsche. It's it's my favorite part.
It is.
And thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
I love you.
Okay.